Hi Taurus, I hope that you're all doing well. This reading is going to be about what you need to know for September. So any important points will be coming out. I'm starting off with Five of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. Okay. I am though seeing the Sun on the bottom of the deck, and so this is feeling like initially there's something that's carrying over, sort of that you're bearing the weight of, but then it looks like things are going to, it's like the rain is going to be cleared. There could have been something that you felt like you lost. As I'm saying that, I'm seeing Ten of Swords come out. Over and done with is the sentiment that's coming through. In this new chapter, it looks like there's going to be a big release and a change, and it can feel like a bit of a confusing time during September. I do feel like you start off feeling kind of down. It can be a time where you just feel generally vulnerable. I am seeing Seven of Swords. Okay. There can be betrayal that's involved in this. There can just be stuff that's coming to light, Taurus. You can feel sort of like thrown off by it. It can feel too like not everything has... I do get the sense of things coming to light, but it almost feels like not everything has yet, at least in the beginning. What this is feeling like is maybe something that you had put your trust into, something could have happened. But this can feel like a betrayal, but also what can be involved in this is this can feel like some type of self-betrayal. That can also be connected with this too. You'll know for you whether this is like solely something that's going on with you or this is also involved with another person. But what I am seeing is that whoever this energy of the Seven of Swords is, whether it's like something that happened that was like your own making or it has to do with something and somebody else, I am seeing Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So if anything was going on that was like unfair or unjust and you were being impacted by it, Six of Wands shows that you're definitely going to come out, it feels like very much on top of this. Because when you see this, it can be that like something shady happened or something was being covered up or like the truth wasn't really coming out. And this can show that things are going to, like you're going to end up benefiting from this. Like things will work out in your favor, but you can be upset that something happened even in the first place. I do get the sense of betrayal though. So maybe something's going on where you could be like losing a friend or friends or something like that. It can be... Yeah, I feel like there's loss somehow that's involved in this. I don't feel like this only starts in September. This feels like something that's already been going on, but that will be sort of still happening at the beginning of September. And I'm seeing you starting a new chapter. Like there are things that are materializing that you're stepping into, but it feels like you're still carrying the weight of whatever this is with you. Actually, let's clarify. What is this Seven of Swords? So Five of Cups can be sadness, it can be loss, it can be things going differently than you thought they would. Feeling upset with things. For some of you, this has to do with a relationship. I get the feeling of feeling like something is tested. It can be a relationship, but this can also be impacting like your everyday life too. Kind of what homeostasis is for you being impacted by this. So you can feel like your equilibrium gets a bit thrown off. Interesting. Seven of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a card of discipline. Eight of Pentacles can also be seen as a card of like mastery and whatnot. Like Eight of Pentacles is that person that's like really good at their job, really good at what they do, and they've also put in the time and put in the energy. But to have Seven of Swords, this can be like if it's not you, which like it always can be, and there's no shame, it's just like part of the process that you're within right now. If this happens to be somebody outside of you, this can be like somebody that's coming for you in an arena that you feel like there's a lot of experience and a lot of like investment and work that's been put in. I don't know if this is like a direct energy of a person or like an overall sense of energy that you're feeling. But something can feel like it's even like attempting to undermine what it is that you're working on and what it is that you have going on, as far as like a very advanced manifestation that you have, and sort of like where you're going to. Because I am seeing two aces. We have Ace of Pentacles, which can mean that something physically is materializing. And having Ace of Wands, this is about what you are putting your energy into, like where your energy goes, where your focus goes, where your intention goes. But having Seven of Cups can feel like I'm not really sure where to be focusing my energy. Seven of Swords can be that something is still a bit baffling. Seven of Swords, lots of different ways, and it can be different for each of you. Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups can be like something hasn't fully or totally been brought to light, and so there can be confusion about sort of what's going on, what one is doing, those sorts of things. Seven of Swords can be sort of like static on the line when it comes to information that you have, what you're thinking, your ability to perceptively sort of make out what's going on. And then Seven of Cups can be that feeling of confusion, that it just feels like a disoriented energy here with Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups. What this can mean too is that if somebody's not being honest about something, there can be like that's not making sense also. But this can also be something that's going on with you, with yourself. You know, if you haven't fully admitted something to yourself, or if like you're not in a place to really like see everything that's in the dark, it can have you in a position where you're like, I don't know what's up and what's down here. And that is something that's being worked through. There's no issue with that. This is not being evaluated to say whether this is good or bad. It's nothing like that. It's more so that when Seven of Swords is there, it feels very natural that Seven of Cups would be there. Seven of Swords is like static on the line, or like darkness that light has not been brought to. Light meaning consciousness, light meaning awareness, like something coming up where we're fully aware of that. It can mean that there are some things that are getting like lost in translation here, or just stuff that hasn't fully surfaced. And then Seven of Cups is that feeling. It's like Seven of Swords, you're traveling. Seven of Swords is like fog or static. And the thing that usually guides you to know how to navigate and have the direction is being blocked. And then you're like, well, which way am I supposed to go here? It will be like that. So like metaphorically speaking, that's what you would be experiencing. Now also, having Five of Cups and then ending with Ace of Wands, what this can mean is that you're dealing with loss, or you're dealing with some type of upset, or you're in a period of mourning, or just like coming to terms with something that's been going on. But Ace of Wands also shows there being like potential. There's also growth here, and things can really expand exponentially. But you can be sort of in that in-between of, there's some stuff that hasn't fully come to light for me. I'm not feeling completely clear emotionally because of that. I'm still in the midst of processing something, and I am seeing there be opportunity in front of me. This is a new chapter where I can put my intention in a new way into things, but I'm also dealing with work that I've sort of put in and what has come of that. And something can feel like it's even being snatched, and you can feel like it's being snatched before you were ready to give it up. Because I'm seeing Eight of Pentacles and I'm seeing Ten of Swords, and what this is feeling like is something that I put a lot of my energy into comes to an end before I saw that fully come to fruition. That can be the feeling. Even though universally, like from a really zoomed out perspective, you can look at this and be like, when I put my faith in the universe, I know that the only reason this is happening is because it's supposed to. And it does feel like you weren't meant to be doing it like this anymore. So 10 of Swords comes through and says, I know that you put all this work in and you may have expected to be here a little bit longer, but 10 of Swords is saying, like, we need you somewhere else. And so you sort of get pulled elsewhere. And while you're still in the process of sort of like mourning that, you have to figure out, like, what am I doing now? What excites me now? What's interesting to me now? Where do I want to be? And so I think that that is what you're in the midst of trying to make sense of. Like, if you think I'm going to be here, now I'm being pulled out of that and put here. I haven't totally processed that I'm not here anymore. And in the, like, I haven't let that go yet because I haven't fully processed it. It's very hard to be present over here where you are and be like, oh, like, let me take this off of my mind and focus just where I am presently, and then I can move. It feels like that's not possible yet because of not fully bringing your energy presently into where you are currently. So you can feel like there's a bit of a delay there. But what this can also mean too, with 7 of Swords and 5 of Cups, that you're not letting yourself fully release something, or you're not letting yourself have your full feelings about something, or fully process something. You could still be repressing things. Just because of having a hard time sitting within how uncomfortable that can be. You know, like this 5 of Cups, this person is upset. Like, that doesn't feel good. And so we can do things that would be avoiding or trying to bypass, you know, but then feeling lost because of it. So if that's going on, anything that's going to help you process, you will find to be quite helpful. What I'm seeing too is that this new chapter that you're stepping into, your previous experience is going to be very helpful for this new chapter that's opening. And what this also feels like is that there's a sense of liberation here. You may not be seeing it like that yet, but you will come to look at it like that. That this is a time of great change within your life. So you have this 10 of Swords. At the bottom of it, there's the Scorpion. The Scorpion is a symbol of Scorpio, and it speaks about transformation. So this feels like, even though it can be difficult, like a jagged pill to swallow here, that something has closed out, that something has happened, and it may not be sitting well with you yet. It's meant to be grist to help you transform in a way that's very necessary in your life right now. And when you complete that process, you will come to understand that, and you'll see, like, oh, this was a really important moment where, like, the trajectory shifted, or like the path changed, but I was supposed to be on that path, like this path that's opening in front of you now, and that's why this is so important. But you can feel like I'm having a hard time focusing on that and just putting my energy right into it immediately because I still have all these feelings. So that can also be part of this too. So don't, like, cover this up, you know? If you are doing something that's getting in the way of you fully processing this, no matter what it may be, it's going to make it more difficult to do this transition. So you're just going to make it harder for yourself. But what this 7 of Swords can mean too is, like, something's going on that can feel heavy, and there can be a part of you that's like, I don't feel ready to process this just because it's so much for me. And that can be something that feels really difficult too, and that can be part of the reason why you're doing it, but it feels like it's just bringing in more confusion for you. And if you want that, you know, like coming back to this metaphor about you traveling and then the static and the fog coming through and being like, where am I supposed to go? How to navigate? The only way for you to clear that up is to stop doing whatever this is. Whatever this is, that it feels like you're avoiding processing something. Something that can feel like, this is really heavy to sit within this feeling right now. You know? I'm pretending that I'm not feeling like that, or I'm telling myself it's fine, or I'm not admitting. And it's not even about like what you're telling other people. This is just you with yourself. If there's something that you're doing where you're bypassing feeling something fully, even though it can feel difficult to feel that, it's delaying you being present to where you are right now. It's like not allowing you to fully make this transition, and it can confuse things presently for you. It's like not allowing you to have the clean break that's actually necessary in order for you to pull all your energy into the present moment and take a look around you and see what you have to work with. Because I'm seeing so much potential that you have. This also feels like it's giving you the opportunity to be set on a path that you genuinely feels interesting to you, or it is something that you feel drawn towards, or it can be something that feels exciting, or something that you feel willing to sort of, and eager maybe even to put your energy into. Has to do with a path that you're being redirected to, because this does feel like a bit of a redirection. Yeah, the part of you, there can be a part of you that has a hard time processing heavy emotions, and anything that's going to help you really hear everything that this is for you and means for you rather than bypassing it, it's going to be very helpful. Sitting within this and allowing yourself to process rather than trying to skip that part and just go into the next part, but you can't really be there fully. So that's gonna clear up a lot for you. That's what I'm seeing. You can feel like you have to go back into this a little bit in order to do that, but you'll feel like it's worth it because then you can feel present in a way where you may not be feeling totally present currently. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.